Today, I'll show you how to do your Bibox crypto taxes. Hello, my name is Nelly. Welcome back to another wallet integration video. Today we're talking about Bibox and specifically how to do your crypto taxes with the help of Koinly. So I'll tell you a little bit about this exchange, then we'll jump into the wallet integration, getting your data into Koinly, and then lastly, I'll show you where to get the necessary tax documentation. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'll leave a bunch of different resources and we'll talk a little bit about that at the end of this video. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it. So Bibox was actually founded in 2012, making it a very old exchange in terms of crypto years. 10 years is a long time. It's based out of Bangalore, India. They have a lot of different features. Currently, they are a top 200 exchange by trading volume. So they have everything from futures to lend and earn programs, to financing, treasure boxes, copy trading systems, and so much more. They even have their own token, which is currently trading just under a cent USD. So a lot of really interesting things to explore on this platform. Let me know which feature sets you're using with them. But yeah, let's jump into the integration. Okay, so the first step is to log into Koinly. If you don't have an account, create one. It's completely free. Head over into the wallet section and click on Add Wallet. We're gonna type in a Bibox, and there it is. And we have two different options. I'll show you both, obviously. First one will be the API, which is unfortunately a little bit limited, but maybe you do find some use out of it. So we're gonna click on Setup Autosync, and here it clearly says, only data for the last 3 months is returned by the API. Remaining data must be imported via CSV. So for most people, you're gonna need CSV files regardless of what you're doing, but nevertheless, I'll show you where to get the API key and the API secret. So on their platform, in the top corner, you have a little profile icon. You're gonna hover over it, and then you're gonna click on API, and then remark, we're gonna give it a name, we're gonna call it Koinly, and it's gonna ask us for two-factor authentication, so make sure to set that up. So once you've entered your Google Factor Authentication or SMS authentication, you have the access key, so we're gonna copy and paste that here. And then we have the secret, we're gonna copy and paste that here. And then we're gonna click Secure Import. So now you have 3 months worth of transactions. Obviously, for a lot of people that have had this platform, this exchange for a while, that's not gonna be enough. So let me also show you how to get the CSV files. Okay, so same steps as before. Add wallet, find Bibox, click, this time we're gonna click Import from file, and let me show you where to get those files on their platform. So this time you're gonna click on Orders, which is just next to the profile icon. And then here you have several different kinds of trading options. So you don't necessarily need all of these CSV files, you just need the ones that you're working with. So if you're not working with USDT and perpetual contracts, you don't necessarily need that file. So let me show you where to go and get, let's say, token trading or margin cross. So for every one of these options, you're gonna click on which menu you would like. So let's click on token trading, and then we're gonna click on trade history. And then from here in the top right corner, you have an export option. So you can also set a time frame. If you're working with a normal tax year, you would go 1st of January. So let me find 1st of January, and then you would go to whatever today's date is, December 31st. You would click confirm, and you would export that file. So that's one tax year. If you've been using this platform for multiple years, you will need multiple files. Koinly needs your entire history to be able to calculate your capital gains and losses. So find a way, whether it takes 1, 2, or 3 CSV files to get all that information in there. So that's one file. If you're working with margin trading, you would do the exact same thing. You would go to trade history, set the appropriate time frame, export, and then you would go into the next one, margin isolated, trade history, export, USDT and perpetual contracts. This time you would go to trade history, set the time frame, export, and I think you get the point here. You would do the same for the last two here, depending obviously on what you really need. A lot of people won't be using all of these features. You might only need a few different CSV files for a few different types of trades that you're doing. So then we're gonna take those files, drag and drop them into Koinly. Like I said, you might have several, that's perfectly normal. We're gonna click import, and there you have it. Now you've imported your entire transaction history. Now, one thing to keep in mind is since the API only offers 3 months worth of transactions, that means the other remaining months or potentially years that you have to go through the CSV file. So that's quite a big limitation on the API. You can do one of two things. You can either just go entirely down the CSV route, or you can go down the API route and get the remaining, let's say you're doing a year, you would have the last 3 months API, and then you would set your CSVs to be the other 9 months of the year. So a few different options. You just don't want to have duplicate transactions in Koinly, because that will mess up your capital gains and all that stuff. So anyways, keep that in mind, obviously, when you're doing this. When you're done, when you have all your information imported, regardless of how you did it, go into the transactions area, and here, see kind of underneath the hood, make sure everything is sitting correctly with you, make sure that your staking is tagged correctly, send to pool, send from pool, that kind of stuff. And then once you're happy with that, head over into the tax reports area. And here you'll get one final summary of all your crypto activity throughout the year, your capital gains, your losses, your income. Make sure that you're happy with everything that you see here, and then scroll down and select a tax report appropriate for your needs. And we have plenty of different tax reports. So for the US, we have the IRS Schedule D, Form 8949. You can also export TurboTax, both online and desktop versions, and I've made videos on that if you'd like to check it out. We have reports for UK, Sweden, Norway, France, Switzerland, and Australia. And then lastly, Canada, Germany, and other countries. We have the complete tax report, which, keep in mind, is a document you can print off and give directly to your accountant, and they will combine it with your other tax documentation. Or alternatively, you can invite them to Koinly to set up their accountancy firm here with us. And then lastly, check your country's rules and regulations, because this report might be deductible. But that'll do it for today's video. If you need further assistance, we have plenty of different options for you to check out. So I'll leave those down below. Firstly, starting off with the Koinly Help Center with countless different crypto tax related articles. Then we have a forum section where you talk to members of our community as well as our staff. We have a feedback section. If you're having any issues with our software, you can report those there. And then lastly, we have a contact section. If all else fails, send us a message directly, and we'd love to help you out. But I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, consider dropping a like, subscribing for more crypto content, and I'll see you next time. Peace.